Start of the 8th inning, Odor-Bautista against right-hander Matt Bush. The right-hander's pitch hit him. Bautista is drilled with the pitch, and now warnings issued to both benches by the plate umpire, Dan Iasonia, as Bautista will walk down to first base. Got hit there with a 97-mile-an-hour first pitch fastball. Well, I'm not really sure if Jeff Bannister wanted that after his team just scored 4 for the lead. It's ill-timed if there was any intent right there.
It's very ill-timed, and I think that's what Jeff Bannister is probably saying to Dan Iasonia. Did it look intentional? Absolutely, but we also saw Matt Bush miss with some high-powered fastballs in his last inning. Jeff Bannister has to be saying, Dan, we just took the lead. This is a one-run ball game. Do you really think we want to put the leadoff man on? I don't know. I think you got to look at the history, of course, but this is not the time to get even with Odor-Bautista.
So Bannister's had his say. Now bench coach DeMarlo Hale, running the ship after Gibbons was ejected back in the 3rd inning, will now talk to the plate umpire, and this now allows an opportunity for pitching coach Doug Brocail to go to the mound.
This could be a situation, Jerry. Sometimes things are out of the control of a manager. This could be Matt Bush coming up and making a statement for his teammates and getting this job done. When I say job done, it's been highly anticipated that this retribution may have been made to Odor-Bautista, so he thought he'd take it upon himself. But I'm sure his manager will have a chat with him after and say, if that was the case, son, you have to understand the situation here. This was not the time to do that.
Left-hander Jake Diekman starts to warm up in the Texas bullpen in right center. 7-6 Texas. Bautista drilled here with a fastball to start the top of the 8th inning. Here's Edwin. The Bush pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Edwin doubled and scored back in the 2nd inning when, with his leadoff double 2 outs later, Michael Saunders singled to right. Edwin has since struck out, walked, and been hit by a pitch himself. The Bautista lead held down by Mitch Moreland. And a throw to first, and Jose is back in.
If this was a 9-6 game or a few-run lead, I can see it. I do believe when I watch what happened right there, it certainly looks like this ball was directed right to Jose. It looks like there was intention. We won't know. Matt Bush is the only one that does know, but he just clearly picked the wrong time to do it.
He's outside 2-0, and it was last inning. He held the Blue Jays to just the 1 run, did a great job pitching out of a bases-loaded situation.
You know, it makes you wonder, it's the last game of the series, and there's a young man, we know what he's been through, but maybe he's thinking this is our last chance to get, quote, even with Bautista. But did he ever pick the wrong time, and I'm sure his manager was very surprised.
The 2-0 pitch is outside, ball 3, and of course always too you look after an incident like that, how does the pitcher himself recover? And he hasn't come close to throwing a pitch in the strike zone over the last 3.
The last thing you want to do is incite anything after your team just put up a 4 spot to take a 1-run lead.
Now with Smoke, a switch hitter on deck, and a stronger hitter batting left-handed, this might be it for Bush with Diekman in the pen, the lefty. 3-0 pitch taken for a strike. This game has had a little bit of everything.
And it started early.
It certainly did. 2 ejections. First base coach Tim Leeper and then John Gibbons. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Leeper ejected in the 3rd inning by first base umpire Dale Scott, arguing about left-hander Cesar Ramos and not pausing. Then in the bottom of the 3rd, arguing balls and strikes, Russ Martin picked up by his manager, and Gibbons was ejected. We're in the 8th. 3-2 the count. Jose the lead. He does not go. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball hit the left center field. Playable. Moving back for it, Ryan Rua. Jose goes halfway. Rua the catch. 1 down.
First baseman Justin Smoke.
Now Smoke comes up here, batting left-handed, a .347 hitter. Right-handed, just .238. And this now is going to bring manager Jeff Bannister from that first base dugout up the steps to the mound to bring in the lefty Jake Diekman.
Well, a very interesting series of events here in the 8th inning. Very surprising to see Odor-Bautista hit with that pitch to lead off the inning. But with that, the Blue Jays have the tying run on with a very hot hitter coming to the plate, Justin Smoke.
And Bush gets a huge hand for both his success last inning, holding the damage to 1 run, and then probably these fans too, in their last look at the Blue Jays, Bautista getting drilled.
I'm sure that's what these fans love to see, and you know what? There may be even some Texas Rangers players that love to see it as well. I just don't think the timing was very good on his part. But when you only play a team that's not in your division twice, once at your place, once at your home park, this is the last time the Blue Jays will see the Rangers in the regular season. I think Matt Bush took that upon himself. I bet the manager, Jeff Bannister, knew nothing about it. It looked very intentional to me, the way the ball was directed to Jose.
And just to finish up before we go back to Toronto and Mike Wilner, how about Jose Bautista took his medicine? He was the one who flipped the bat back in Game 5, October the 14th, after the 3-run home run. So he's part of the game, too, and aware of what's going on.
Well, you almost had to expect it at some point. Nobody wants to get hit with a fastball like that, but I'm sure he knew at some point it may come.
Here at 7-6, Texas Blue Jays bat in the 8th inning. Now let's send it back to Mike Wilner in Toronto.
Thank you, Jerry. And on the St. Louis Bar and Grill out-of-town scoreboard, the Angels lead the Mariners 1-0 as they play in the top of the 7th inning. Cole Calhoun with an RBI single. Felix Hernandez on the hill for the Mariners. Not used to losing these tight games, but Hector Santiago is a one-hitter going right now through his 6 innings. It's the Mets over Colorado, 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. The the Braves and Royals are tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 12th inning, and the Toronto Raptors are up 111-86, a 25-point lead with 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in Game 7. Let's send it back to Arlington, Texas. Jerry Howarth and Joe Siddall.
Thank you, Mike. Here is Smoke up here batting right-handed against the left-hander Diekman. Texas with a 4-run 7th. We're in the 8th inning. Texas leads at 7-6. They were down in this game 6-2, 6-3, and now have taken the lead. A big 3-run home run by Ian Desmond to cap the 4-run 7th. Smoke takes outside, ball 1.
Diekman is a hard-throwing left-hander. He'll be up around 96 with that fastball, slider, and changeup to go with that.
And the lefty, the stretch, the pitch is inside. That home run by Desmond rudely greeted Jesse Chavez out of the bullpen. This is the second time this season Chavez has come out of the bullpen to give up a monstrous home run. Back in April, a grand slam. And now here today, a 3-run homer and the Texas lead. The pitch hit on the ground to the left side. Short hop by Beltre at third. Go to second. One, go, and then hold it. The ball is thrown past the first base, and we've got a fight at second base. Bautista fighting there. Beltre takes him away from Odor, and now more fisticuffs. Josh Donaldson flies into the pack. It's all red and blue on the grass behind the second base bag as fists are flying here at Globe Life Park. Bautista and Odor start throwing punches together after Bautista's hard slide into the bag at second base. Odor then threw it away, and that's when the fisticuffs began. And they're still going. A mob scene there trying to pull people away. Well, Joe, this is the first time in years have seen this kind of fight go on in a Major League ball game, and it's Beltre with his arms around Bautista saying, "You're not going any further."
Well, Jose certainly went in hard with that slide. You know that there is much intent there. Jose not happy with getting drilled. That's his way of getting back. Rougned Odor would have none of it. He knew exactly what Bautista was doing. He confronted him. He shoved him right away. That's when they engaged. Rougned Odor threw the first punch at Bautista, and that's when the bench is cleared.
Now Edwin Encarnacion being peeled away from the pack. The tempers are still flying out in center field. A mass, as we said, of players all wearing blue and red jerseys. John Gibbons, who was ejected in the 3rd inning, has come out now to the outside of the pack. Bautista now still arguing with Edwin right next to him with the umpire. It's 7-6 Texas here in a game that just continues to spiral out of control. And the fans on their feet here 41,327 as they're trying to restore peace there out in center field. Prince Fielder's right in the middle of it with DeMarlo Hale.
John Gibbons is now being restrained by home plate umpire Dan Iasonia, Jerry. This tempers continue to rise.
Now, John Gibbons is not in a good situation here. He was ejected. He should be in the clubhouse rather than on the field. But this is his team. And now they're beginning to unravel there. And to the left, the blue, and to the right, the red, as they start to begin slowly to work themselves back toward their respective dugouts. Blue Jays at third, Rangers at first. Steve Buechele, the bench coach, he's being restrained now too by the Texas Rangers.
I think it's he and John Gibbons that continue to go at it. So is Jeff Bannister.
Bannister is looking right at Gibbons, and each manager is being chauffeured by an umpire to their dugouts.
And here's the thing, Jerry, that is such a dangerous situation when that happens on the field because it's a full-out melee. You don't know what is going to happen. You have to keep your head on a swivel. And you don't know because people can come up from behind. We don't know what was said out there to incite this even more.
So here in the 8th inning in Arlington, Texas, order is finally restored. Members of the bullpen are going out to their respective pens. So Bautista took off, and on the throw to second by Beltre, Jose slid over the bag late, and now a punch or two was thrown by Odor, and that started it. But, Joe, when you look at that slide, Jose did not hit the ground before the bag. He slid right over the bag.
Well, I think we have to look at that slide and say he clearly was trying to get even by getting hit by that pitch, but I think he messed with the wrong guy. Rougned Odor got up, confronted Bautista, gave him a shove, and as soon as that shove came, Rougned Odor landed that right hook, and that's when things escalated.
So a push by Odor, and then a punch by Odor into the right eye area of Bautista. That was the big blow right there, and you could tell that Jose was rocked by that.
It's funny, you get to this point. It's the last time these two teams see each other. If this was a blowout type game, I could certainly see this happening. I did not anticipate Matt Bush drilling Bautista here in a one-run ball game, but that's what kept it going, and then Jose made sure to try to get back by that slide into second base of Odor.
And what you'd hope is in situations like this where there's so much going on, nobody is injured. Now, there's injured pride, and there was a big punch there, a right hook by Odor to the face of Bautista. But now the umpires are consulting behind the mound to see where they go from here.
Yeah, Jose clearly with that slide, he landed on the second base bag, and you have to credit Odor for maybe being ready for that. He cleared himself so that he did not get taken out and hurt. But this is a tough situation for the umpires. There's four guys. They've only got four sets of eyes to watch all of this. This is something that I'm sure will go to the league, and Major League Baseball will watch this. Of course, there's video of everything these days. But DeMarlo Hale now is being spoken to by Bob Davidson over in that third base line.
So the upshot of it all, really, even though Odor threw it away with the slide, it's a double play. Smoke hits into a double play to end the inning. That's really where it should be right now, and I think this is what the umpires are talking about with DeMarlo Hale out on the field. The Rangers have vacated the premises.
Rougned Odor landed a very stiff right hook into the jaw, it looked like, of Jose Bautista. We talk about no injuries, Jerry. I think that's the one we have to watch for right here. Jose got hit pretty hard.
And remember, too, when you throw a punch like that, your right hand is suspect, too, to a knuckle, finger breaking. So with the umpire's judgment on the slide at second base, that's the double play. If they go that route, that would end the inning. And that's how the Rangers feel about it. The Blue Jays are ready to take the field here. It's 7-6, Texas. Bautista drilled by a first pitch fastball, then Edwin flied out, and then the Justin Smoke ground ball to third. And now the Blue Jays are looking to take the field here. And now the umpires are going out to talk to Jesse Chavez. Kevin Pillar was right in the mix there. Josh Donaldson came in to mix it up. And Joe, sometimes we talk about skirmishes or a fight breaks out where there's really not much going on. This was truly a fight with punches thrown.
This is a bench-clearing brawl at its finest, and I shouldn't say the word finest, but this is where people get hurt.
Well, the inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-6 Texas. You're listening to Home Hardware Blue Jays baseball on the Sportsnet Radio Network.